Welcome back to the morning show on XL7 TV. It's time for This Week in Real Estate with Mr. Bob Zador. How are you, sir?
I'm great.
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 Just great.
Just great. I mean, I could probably be.
What else could be said?
That's it.
Hey, he's doing better. I told him he'd get better because he got here. He was just good. So now
That's
he's great.
true.
So he's moving up.
That's
a
true.
lot.
That's true. I'm getting there.
Went from good to great. What's
Yeah.
next then?
Fantastic. Phenomenal.
Oh, here we go.
We're shooting for perfect. So let's just.
I just got to get over okay. It was a long day for me, though, yesterday.
Yeah.
My day started yesterday at 4:30. Went and worked out. Started working out with my oldest boy.
Good.
Kind of crazy in its own. And worked out with him, then went to work, and then blah, 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 blah. Then did basketball games last night and got home a little after 10. And so it was a 20-hour day yesterday.
Yeah, I could see how that could happen.
Yeah.
And you I don't know how many people tell you this, but the importance of what you do for these kids in these schools and in all the sports, in the football and basketball and broadcasting the games, but also there's a lot of stuff that you do behind the scenes is really noteworthy, to say the least.
Well, thank you.
And
Amen, Bob.
really, I mean, the difference that it makes for these kids when they leave here and stuff, it makes a big difference for them in their lives. Those are the kind of things that they take forward with them
Scooter, you
in
taking
their
notes?
lives.
I just went from okay to good.
I don't know why.
I would hope you went better than good, but I'm saying, but I
I don't
think
know
it's
why, but
important.
parts
I
of
think it's
this is
important for
getting
people
cut out.
to.
I don't know why.
I think it's important for people to realize that you
Yeah.
do other things besides sit here and
Look pretty.
work at Jim Brown. And look, yeah, you're more than a pretty face, Bob. There you go.
Thank you very much. Let's go on to the real
You're,
estate here.
Well,
you're going to have to sit a little lower in your chair. Your hair's head's getting too big to hit the screen.
You know, it's becoming the time of the season where y'all should be getting busy.
we should be.
Spring breaks will be coming up
Yep.
pretty quick for
Yep.
the schools up north. And,
Yep.
and our spring break, of course, probably doesn't have much effect on your business, the local spring break.
Not really, no.
But as the schools up north and outside the area start going on spring break, you're going to start seeing some foot traffic.
Because you see people that are fed up and getting more fed up, and so they take that spring break and they evaluate, where are we? And then they're looking at, well, okay, well, what are we going to do this summer so that we don't have to go through this again next fall? What can we do to change our lives to get us in a better place, get the kids in a better place? And that's a big motivator for people when they're looking for some place to go. Schools are number one, because whether you have somebody in school or not, it reflects on the rest of the community, and that's so important. I mean, if you've got good schools, then you're not going to have the types of problems that you have in other places. So, good school system is number one in a lot of ways. Healthcare, if they're older, but schools are very, very important because they set the tone for the rest of the community.
How much difference has fiber to the home made in your business?
Oh, a lot. I mean, the past governor really did, when he started those programs, when ASA started those programs, it made a big difference. Get it to the schools, and then once it got to the schools, obviously they branched out from there. But to have that high-speed internet is because people who can work from home here. My son does that, and it's made all the difference. Really, really a big help.
We went through the COVID spell. Is whatever your thoughts are on COVID is your thoughts, and you can keep those. But the question would be, COVID had a good portion in that. What good came out of it was folks being able to work from home.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And along with the high-speed internet being there, you guys were able to do some virtual tours. People calling you up and say, hey, I'd like to look at this home. Is there any way to do it? And you're able to walk through with your iPad or your tablet or whatever you
Yep.
use and show the whole home, and the people don't have to leave wherever they're at.
Right. And we've been doing more of that, more video on our listings. We just they put up Linda put up 200 acres this afternoon to Gwen, and Jason went out there And that's one of the skills that he has, and he's got the drone.
Well, that was going to be my
And
next point.
he took and he shot all the acreage and showed the creeks coming through it and the old barn, and just really, because that gives people a much better feel for what it is. Tell somebody 200 acres. I wouldn't know what 200, I'm still not sure that I would know what 200 acres is. But to be able to see the usability of it, he comes over and the cattle are out there in the fields and stuff. That's the kind of thing that helps sellers sell.
Yeah.
You know, being able to do that and being able to get that look and where people go, ooh, I want to know more about this.
You know, we're talking about technology change where we've gone from having to be physically in the home to be able to see it. We've gone to the tablets and the iPads and the iPhones and the Zoom.
Well, you went from people just having crappy pictures.
Right.
You know, people
Then to the iPad.
taking pictures from inside the car or the outside of the house, you know. To the point where we can do this, we can do not high speed, the high definition
Right.
videos.
Yeah,
And-
and now we've advanced, or your group has advanced to the next level, which is the high definition drone pictures
Yeah.
that can be done. And you can go out, you can either do it and put it on video, or you can do it live to your customer.
We can go either way.
Your
And
potential customer.
Sure. So, and that does make a big difference. And that's all part of the marketing. That's what we do. The idea is to make the seller, what's the best thing we can do to help this seller sell? You know, get them priced right, get them presented right, and help them. Obviously, they call us for a reason. Nobody calls us to say, I want to sell my house, but I really don't care if I want to sell it. Well, then you wouldn't have called. You know,
I really don't care if it sells or
Yeah,
not,
right.
but-
Yeah. I mean, well, really, you know.
Hey, I'm looking for a yard ornament. Can you come put a sign
Can you
out?
put it? And I want people traipsing through my house.
Yeah.
You know, it God only knows what time because it's convenient for them, or pulling up to the door. Hey, can we come in and take a look? So the idea is to help them to make them whole by making them sell, making them go on, making them be so that they can move on to that whatever that next phase of their life is that they're wanting to do, they can do. And that's what it's all about. You know, the right home for the right time of your life. Right home for your right time of your life may not be here. It may be in Cleveland because that's where you need to be now. Mm-hmm. And that's the important part of what we do.
What are the interest rates doing right now?
They're over 7 again.
Back over 7.
Back over 7, and the bouncing around that's been going on has not been good. The number of loan applications are down nationwide. The market's down like 12% year over year. So we were down about 9% last year as far as the volume of homes sold, and it's down a little more than that. It's been kind of trending down, but it's what it is. It's directly attributable to the interest rates. Mm-hmm. You know, the numbers of people who paid cash last year was up from the year before, but I don't know where we'll end up with that this year. There's only so many people that can do that have got the cash, that can sell because if they can't sell their home where they're at in Dubuque, they can't come here. Mm-hmm. And that was what we went through before in 08 and 09. We were ready for people. We had homes for them. They couldn't sell where they were. And we lost, people who at the time would have been, I want to be out in the middle of nowhere. I want to be out in the middle of nowhere, because they were still maybe in their mid-50s, late 50s. Well, we lost about 9-10 years with that recession where people couldn't move and everything was locked up. Well, now they're 10 years older. And they still want to come, but now they're like, what do you got in town?
Yeah. We got close to the hospital.
Yeah, right, exactly. Because they realize that their life is changing, and what they may have thought they were going to be able to do, and they would have been able to do, sometime before. So I kind of worry about that, going through that a little bit again, where some of the houses like out in Promised Land and farther out, where it's like, yeah, there was a time that would have been really cool, but maybe not now.
Yeah.
But then again, we got people that are coming out of Colorado, getting away from the people that are coming in from California, and 200 acres. Yeah, okay, I can handle that, no problem, because that's what they've.
I don't
what
have a
they've
clue
done
what
out
200
there.
acres is.
That's what they do though, because, or they want to be off the grid. They're looking for some place where they can. This is going to be our compound. Mm-hmm. You can do that.
There you go.
This place has got three streams running through it and stuff. Pretty cool, pretty cool.
Let's take a look at some numbers.
Yes, sir. This week in real estate, there were, open up, you stinker. You stinker. I knew it would do that. They got some new program. Microsoft changed one of their
I know
programs.
you're wanting to use some other wordage,
They
but stinker is
changed.
good.
They changed one of their programs here. Okay, this week in real estate, there were 43 new listings came on the market, 5 commercial properties, 15 parcels of land, 23 homes came out. They range in price from $39,000 to $625,000. 2 of them are taken back up, so that's good. There were 23 sales, 4 parcels of land, 19 homes sold. They range in price from $5,000 a little over $1 million. The average sale price this week was $226,000 with 62 days on market. That's good too. 5 properties expired. There were 17 residential price changes, and we're down to 32 pending waiting to close. And at one time we had been up around 70. So that part of the inventory is being sold and it's not being replaced as fast as it was before. Currently, we have 307 homes on the MLS. Year to date, for 2024, there's been 85 homes have sold. The average sale price this year is $217,000 with 96 days on market. Last year, there had been 80 homes that sold for $15 million. Average sale price last year was $191 with 90 days on market. So we're seeing the volumes is down some. The prices are holding pretty well, but the volume is down, and that's what we're dealing with now. Is just getting people who are interested in spending their money on 7% mortgages to get here.
You know, your principal broker has a commercial that I hear every morning that says, "Date the rate."
Yep.
How important is that?
It's important if you can ride it for a while. Now's the time to be looking at houses because there's over 300 houses out there. You've got much more to choose from than we did a year and a half ago when there were 100 houses on the market. Rates then were in the fives, mid fives, and with it being at 7, it's a tough thing to do to get enough money. These kids, I feel so bad for the first-time home buyers that are trying to get established because it's to raise enough money to put enough money down, and then to be able to make that monthly payment. It's tough, and they're carrying school debt, they're having babies when you really need a home and just can't do it, and it's tough for them. It is.
So as your professional opinion goes, would you recommend them to go ahead and start looking at houses now, or just?
Well, I mean, you can look and get some ideas. We're going to have people that are going to be coming down, like I say, spring break and those types of things, and they're going to want to see the area. They're going to want to see houses. They're going to want to see They're not necessarily here to buy something on this trip. When we first started coming down here, we were down 3-4 times just looking, before we kind of say, okay, this is where we want to be, because that's a big decision for people. Does this town have the things that I want in it? Mm-hmm. They could talk about how nice it is and the quality of life, blah, blah, blah. Does it have restaurants that I want? Is my church here? Is my bank here? Is there, enough activities to keep us busy? Well, then they find out, that all of those are true. That there are enough activities, there's enough restaurants here, there's enough things going on, and you can come down here, and if you don't like something, you can try to have your version of that. You want to have a taco stand? God bless you. Nobody's going to get in your way. They're going to encourage you to do that. Mm-hmm. And it's really part of being here is you get that do-over, because nobody knows who you were before. Nobody knows what you did. Nobody knows, you're not bringing any baggage with you. You get a fresh start when you come here. So important.
What's the next social event for the Z team?
The 1st and 2nd Congressional District is having a meeting down in Little Rock tomorrow. I'll be down there for that and just getting things ready for, I know that Monday is my birthday. Monday is also in Oakland. They're having a candidates forum, at the firehouse up there for candidates running for different spots. And then with the early voting starting Tuesday, it's the primary presidential election, it's the placement for Jack Fortner with Tink Albright and Jason Nestrenko. There's a number of JPs that have got primaries. The Supreme Court justices are on there. So there's a number. It's worth your while to go to vote.
Don't complain. if you vote.
Exactly. If you if you don't go, you really have no voice in this at all.
How do we get a hold of you?
You call my honey. That's the best thing you can do. Call Linda. She's at 870-405-0793. Check out the website, retiredtoarkansas.net, and the whole MLS is on there. So anything you can do, we can help you. Anything you want to do, we can help you with. Everybody has gone to school, and everybody has passed the buyer's representative, has received the buyer's representative designation from the National Association of Realtors to help people in buying situations. So that's something that everybody's got that designation on our team.
Good.
So we're all recognized by NAR for that.
There you go.
Yeah.
Bob and Linda Zadora, the Z Team, Century 21 Lee Mack Ridley, 870-405-0793 is their number. Retiredarkansas.net is their website. This has been This Week in Real Estate with Bob Zadora. We'll be back with Coach Steve Airy in just a moment.